Okay, so this is my first test of doing a video recipe. I'm looking at my watch because I can see the camera on my watch. We're going to do stuffed zucchini. It's not particularly hard. It's actually a super easy one. I've already got some stuffing made, but we'll make some more. So what you're going to need is some zucchinis. Now these are tiny, not particularly big ones from the supermarket. Ordered online, so didn't get a choice. As you can see, just normal zucchini. That one's going to be a challenge. Normally I do this with stuffed portobello mushrooms as well, but I don't have any mushrooms, so we're using some diced up ones actually for a pasta sauce. I'll use them. I like that stir through, which works quite well. It's just a thick pasta sauce with veggies in it, and that one as well, which is that one is the other one I use. Again, it's thick and it has roasted veggies in it, which gives it a lovely flavour. If you are doing these with a bunch of other things, sometimes you can pre-roast some veggies and blitz them, and that gives it a little bit of extra body. It's also a good way to hide vegetables for kids because they don't notice that it's in there. So now what we're going to do, if you can see, is we're going to cut out a section and we're going to make a little boat in here. And it's always a bit of an art to get the line between clearing out enough of the internal that you can fill it up and stuff it, and not clearing out so much that it loses structural integrity and collapses when you cook it. So I am by no means an expert. Careful with your fingers when you're doing this as well, and save the bits that you cut out because you are actually going to add that to your stuffing. That helps give it a little bit of body. So as you can see, I'm just sort of cutting out a V, and I'll cut in. Sometimes you can dig in with a spoon as well. That will help. I go with a flatter ended spoon, obviously, helps a bit more like shovel shape. And then it's just a case of continuing to cut, continuing to slice through. Once you've started your canoe, you can slice like this as well and break up. And that will give you a bit more purchase with the spoon. And through you go. This is not Master Chef, so sorry I don't have any sort of magical cooking appliances. I don't have a tragic backstory. I'm not doing this for a sister that's got leprosy from a aging dolphin or anything weird. I'm just a dude who likes food a lot. So we're emptying him out. This is getting pretty close. Well, you can see in there. That's probably as low as you want to go, just in there. So we'll hollow that rest out, and then that will sort of be it. It's not particularly firm flesh, so you can scrape with the spoon like that and empty out the last of that. A little bit in there. And now we have a hollow zucchini. As you can now see, nice and hollowed out. So I'll set him over there for the moment. I'm not going to do that one as well. It's the same process, but it'll take a while. So what I like to do at this point is grab these bits. I like the core flesh and the outer skin. You don't want all of this because obviously then you're just remaking a zucchini. So I slice that up nice and fine. Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything particularly special. You're just trying to make it so that it will cook all right. It's all wrapped up in there, and that it's not a big lump. You want pieces, you don't want chunks. That makes sense to you. So however you want to dice it up, dice them up. And usually, again, I'll be doing this with mushrooms, so you would use a lot of this for the mushroom stuffing as well. So that's all chopped up. Grab that and we stick that in the bowl. So now the bowl has that. We chop. Oh, I should have mentioned you need mozzarella and bacon before as well. I'll put some sort of recipe list. So dice up the mushrooms. So these pre-sliced but not diced. I like to chop them up a little bit more. Again, you don't really want lumps. You want you don't want chunks. You want bits. So once that's all in the bowl, then we add some bacon. Now you can add a lot of bacon or a little bit of bacon. I tend to go with a mid-sized amount of bacon. I don't want to drown the meal in it, but I do like my bacon, so catch the little bits that fall. And then add in some sauce and give that a stir. Now you don't always need a huge amount of sauce, but it is the adhesive, so you need it to be thick. A runny sauce isn't really going to work as well. Some people will mix the mozzarella in. I do. There's already some down the bottom there. But I mix it in second. I don't tend to mix with this lot. Once everything's got a good coating, then you grab yourself a good handful of mozzarella, whack that in, and that again will help it all sort of hold its shape when you cut into it later on, once it's all cooked. So the mozzarella will help adhere everything, glue it all together, so when you cut it doesn't just disintegrate. A little bit more. So now you've got a mixture of mushroom, bacon, tomato, zucchini, mozzarella. You can add more. You can add garlic in there. Some people will put, well, pretty much anything actually. Anything you can think of, you can put in there. You can put diced eggplant. You could put pineapple. Wouldn't be a bad one to give some sweetness. So once you've got that mixture made up, you take your zucchini canoe, take a spoonful, and place it in. And it gets lovely and messy, and once you have got them all in and full, we'll go to the oven. Now the oven, I cook them for about 20 minutes at around 220 in a non-fan forced oven, in a conventional oven. But it depends a lot on the size of your zucchini, on what else you're cooking, and your oven. Yeah, so do some experiments. You can always cook longer. You can't cook shorter, as I used to get told when I was in high school. So once you've stuffed it in, take a little bit more mozzarella and sprinkle it over the top. Yes, stuff's going to fall. That's fine. You're going to get juices and stuff coming out anyway, so that's all good. A little bit there, and that's it. Do a couple more, maybe some mushrooms or a roast. Whack it all on. Chuck it in, 20 minutes. 220-ish. Basically, once the cheese goes all lovely and brown over the top, it should be good. And that's it. And because I'm a cheese fiend, I'll add some more. Huh? Enjoy. Let me know how yours goes.
And that's the finished product with some roast lamb and roast potatoes. Absolutely delicious. Enjoy.